Hello there, welcome along to another mixed martial arts conversation for Sky Sports, looking ahead to the live action in the early hours of Friday the 11th of December, Bellator 254. Very pleased to say that England's Linton Vassell joins us from his base in Florida ahead of his heavyweight match up against the Brazilian Ronny Markes. Linton, good to see you. How are you?
I'm great, man. I can't complain, man. Training is on point. Pretty much, our gym has been open, even though with the COVID, they did. The fighters that were scheduled to fight were still able to continue training, and then once they had fought, then the people that weren't scheduled were allowed to go back after they've been tested. So the training for us hasn't stopped. So I've pretty much been able to, keep on that train and just keep training and staying fit and healthy.
Good stuff. Have you been in Florida the whole time, or have you been able to get back to the UK to see friends and family?
I was planning to go back home, but with this pandemic, I was like, I'm not even going to risk it. Lockdown here, lockdown there. It would have been more of a palaver, should I say, even more trouble than it's worth.
So is that an incentive? Is that an incentive afterwards, maybe to go home for a bit after the fight?
Back, yeah, I'm coming back. I'll probably spend 2 weeks and then head back out here because I heard UK's in tier 3 now. Is that right?
It depends where you are. Is that Milton Keynes?
Yeah.
Still, yeah. I'm not sure where Milton Keynes is in the tier league.
It just don't make sense me coming back and then to be stuck indoors. So I'll come home, see the family, like my mum, my sister, the people that I can. Come back here, and then later on in the year, once all these tiers and lockdowns are finished, I'll come back and spend a little bit more time and see the friends and family.
Fantastic stuff. Now it's December the 10th, almost a year since you were in the cage against Sergei Baratonov in Israel. What about the feeling of just getting back into the cage and having a fight? How good is that?
You can probably tell by this time I'm me grinning. I'm itching. I can't wait. The thing is, with Bellator, they usually keep me out, not active. I don't know what it is, but so to me, it's sort of normal. It's usually about 6-8 months to nearly a year of me not fighting anyway. Usually.
Do you feel it? Will it be different? Will it be different as a heavyweight? Do you feel you have more options as a heavyweight than light heavy?
Well, again, with the Sergei fight, I was at heavyweight, and it was nearly about 10 months before I'd fought before that.
Okay.
It felt amazing. I feel like, even though I want to be active, but the layoff helped me with the niggles. I'm 37 now. Obviously, I don't heal as quickly as all these young little boys and young guys. But yeah, again, I'm ready. I'm super excited to get back in there heavyweight and put on a show.
Is it giving you time to not grow into the weight, but to feel comfortable at the weight, not cutting and getting into that pattern, feeling where I suppose natural weight for you is at heavy?
Yeah. So I'm waking up most days about 107 to 108 kilos.
Yeah.
And I've been like that for pretty much for the last year. So I don't need to put no weight on, don't need to cut weight. That's my weight. I'm waking up like that, so that's the weight I'm probably going to go into the fight around about that weight.
Yeah, so that's about 225, 230 pounds, is it?
No, that's like 236, round about that.
Oh, okay, it's a bit heavier, yeah.
Round about that, yeah. I know the pounds and kilos, I don't really understand them.
The maths is tough to work it out, isn't it? You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry now, which is good, isn't it? You're not looking at that 205 anymore.
No, seriously, it's so good not to have that worry. I just felt when you've got cut weight, your fight camp ends up being, what's my weight? What am I eating? What am I doing? And I don't think you enjoy it as much. I didn't anyway, because I was always worried if I ate too much, what I was weighing. Sometimes I'd weigh a bit heavier than the day before. So I'm like, damn, getting a bit close to the fight. You got to do an extra training session where I feel like with heavyweight, I haven't got to do that extra. Just got to keep what I'm doing. And if I want to do extra, then that's on me. But it's not like I wake up and then I have to go for a 2-3 mile run just to make a set weight.
Yeah. So do you feel stronger? A lot stronger?
Yeah, I do. I feel stronger. I feel fitter, healthier, energy levels. You know, it's just good all round. I feel like a lot of people, when they hit the 30, 35 mark, will start doing it. They're already doing it, but I feel like more and more people will start doing it. Like Gilbert Burns, like he was a 155er, lightweight. Now he's welterweight, and he keeps that weight good.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it is. Do you think it's going to prolong your career then? In that sense, do you feel that you've got a new lease of life?
I do. Like, I don't want to do it forever, but I feel like I've still got another. I feel like if I was doing it like heavyweight, I'd probably be like, this is going to be my last fight. You know, I'll be around that kind of mind frame. But yeah, I'm good. So I feel like I can still go on. I still want that belt. I can't really like stop right now. I just beat a top boy, Caraton. He was scheduled to fight Bader if he beat me. So I feel like 2 more fights. You know, obviously Ronny first, and then we'll see what's next.
Yeah, did that give you a lot of confidence because you had the 3-fight losing streak, albeit against great opposition before that? Did it renew your enthusiasm? And I guess you've been on a high during the pandemic.
Yeah. It's like I've never lost 2 fights in a row. I'd always came back off the loss. So that was obviously hurting me. And then I lost 3. I was actually talking to my coaches, and I was like, I think I'm done. You know, I actually had that talk. I think I'm done. And they were like, no, you're not done. Go back, have a think. And again, I sort of fixed up and fixed a few things, got my weight right, got everything back to normal, and good to go.
And what do you think? It's strange as a heavyweight coming in to this one, because people might expect you to be the smaller guy, but you're up against Ronny Markes, who couldn't make the light heavy limit last time, but he's going to be shorter than you. He's got less of a range than you. What sort of is it kind of like you're going to try and manhandle him a bit? How do you see it in terms of the dynamic of the fight?
Well, I'm going to do me. The manhandling just ends up happening. It's not like I go in there and I'm going to manhandle you. It just happens, Again, he's a tough opponent. Good ground guy. Likes to bang, So obviously, I just got to be ready for all aspects. But I really do feel like I'm the better athlete all round. I think I've fought a lot of black belts. Not to say fought or trained as a lot of black belts where my style's different. I'm not a traditional ground guy or a striker. What I do just works. It doesn't look pretty, but it works. And again, like manhandling and stuff, it works for me. And I'm just looking in there to get in there and put on a show. Wherever it goes, I feel like I'm comfortable in all aspects.
You got a big reach advantage, haven't you? Do you think you try and utilize that a little bit at the start of the fight?
100%. Yeah, 100%. And again, in my last fight, I thought I used the range, and then when it was time, took him down and did the rest. So, that's my game plan. I'm not going to hide it. People got to try and stop it. People know what I do. I take you down and I beat you up. So it's not like I'm going to hide what I'm going to do. People need to try and stop what I'm going to do. So pretty much I'm going to use the range, and then when it's ready, take him down and punch him up.
Good stuff. Sounds like a solid plan. You mentioned the title. You mentioned the title and Ryan Bader. How determined are you to avenge that loss and get the title?
Can't imagine. I don't want to talk too much. Again, I've got Ronny first, man. I don't want to look over Ronny, but of course, I want that rematch. I felt like light heavyweight Linton was not ready. I wasn't ready. He beat me, and I feel like the heavyweight Linton's different. It's just a different. I'm different, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited to put this performance on, and then then we can start talking Ryan Bader.
Yeah, how interested are you to see how he responds to that loss at light heavy to Vadim Nemkov as well? Because that was a pretty comprehensive defeat.
I think for him, he's probably at that stage where speaking when he hit that 35 mark. I'm not sure how old he is, but
I think it's similar age to you.
Yeah. So I feel like he'll probably stay at heavyweight. He may even want to go back to light heavyweight and get the revenge, but I feel like he'll want to stay at heavyweight because cutting that weight at a certain age just gets too much.
Would you do anything you do differently? Anything particular you would do differently in a rematch?
Yeah, I wouldn't try and take the wrestler down like I did twice. I did it twice. I should have learned the first time, but I did exactly the same mistake again, and he reversed me again. That's never happened to me like that. So no lie, that was a bit like, damn, man.
Yeah,
it is better than you think. You know, you sort of take it for granted a little bit. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be doing that again. So I'll have some tricks.
What about making a pitch? And we've heard rumours of a lockdown in the US, and maybe we're getting some fans in the UK. What about a London fight on Scott Coker's radar? Get Ryan Bader up.
Hope you're listening. Yeah, Scott, hope you're listening. We need to get back to the UK, man. And, you know, when the time comes, put me in that main event. Come on, Scott. You can't be doing this to the fans or to me, man. It's time to go back to London. Time.
Well, we're very envious.
When was the last UK card for Bellator?
It's a good shout.
I know, it was last year, right? I'm thinking
it must have been last 2019, I believe. Yeah, we've had fights in Milan and Paris. Yeah, Michael
Page was the name again.
Yeah, and then Michael's fought again recently in Paris.
Yeah, so it's been too long. Too long. So hopefully 2021, you know, he'll get back to London.
We're very envious of the sunshine we can see streaming in the windows. But what have you missed about England while you're? Do you miss things about England while you're away? The tea, or what's on your mind?
I don't know. What do I miss? But obviously the culture. I do miss the weather. I know obviously it does get cold, but it's so hot here. Like it's nice to have that them for a season. Obviously my family. I miss my family and friends like more than I thought I would. You know, and the banter. Like when I watch some UK, like even like Little Britain, the banter and stuff, and Mo the comedian, you know, little things like that. I'm like, I miss home. I do really miss home. Even EastEnders.
Yeah.
Even EastEnders. You know, these EastEnders, right?
And does that play into your thought of how long you're going to continue for? Is how much you want to be training away from home and being away from friends and family? Is that factored into your long-term plans?
As we get older, it does a little bit, yeah. But again, this is my job. This is my career. This is everything I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so and again, you've got to be selfish to yourself. So I'll be here as long as I need to be. You know, and when it's time to go back, I will. But right now, this is where I need to be. But if I want to be champion, it's not going to be me going back home. It's me being here and continuing doing what I'm doing.
Good stuff. We wish you all the best in that as well. We're looking forward to seeing you at the Mohegan Sun. It'll be the early hours of the morning over here in the UK on Friday morning, December 11th, our time. But give us a prediction before you go. What are you envisaging here and how you win?
So I feel like I'm going to finish him either ground and pound, TKO, or referee stoppage. Late first, early second.
Like it. Very specific. Well, great to speak to you, Linton. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Respect. Thank you.
Well, to see if Linton's bold prediction comes true, remember that this match, part of Bellator 254, his fight against Ronny Markes, live in the early hours of Friday, the 11th of December, UK time, live on Sky Sports. For more MMA content in the meantime, head to skysports.com. We'll be back again soon. Bye for now.